Hello and welcome back to the Shots with Spots podcast, where I am Shots. I always get this messed up. Where I am Spots and these are the Shots. Today, I brought my lovely wife with me again. She is going to be a recurring guest on this show. She's got a lot to bring to the table. She's funny. She looks good. Yeah. But yeah,
That's all you can think of?
Yeah, you're a great person all around, year round. We hope everybody is having a great week or weekend, wherever this lands on. Have a great one of those. I'm going to take a shot. Do you have anything you want to bring to the table real quick before we start? No?
Don't think I got anything.
Alright. Well, I'm going to take a shot. Surprised I still have some of this left from the last episode where I took 13 shots. I believe it was 13 anyway.
For our good old boy, Jamin.
Jamin Pugh. That's what we do. It's kind of getting hot in here. So hopefully after we start drinking, I start feeling better. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, cheers to y'all. Ooh. I don't know, you got anything you want to say? What you want to start this episode off with?
Do you remember what we just heard in the car?
What we just heard in the car?
Yeah.
About? Mouth it to me.
Were you not listening?
Oh, yes. Okay, I got this. All right, so you want to kick it off, or you want me to introduce it?
I can try.
All right, go ahead. If I see you sliding, I'm gonna slide in and fix your mistakes. I'm like autocorrect.
Oh.
So go ahead.
Autocorrect don't like me no more.
Autocorrect loves you. See? Just go ahead.
Anyway, so this guy, what was it, TikTok?
Yeah, it was on TikTok.
He made a post about anybody want to get married. Sight unseen, not knowing anything about this person. Let's get married.
Right.
And he found somebody.
Yeah, somebody was actually, I wouldn't say dumb or smart enough, but somebody actually took him up on the opportunity and they actually got married. So,
she said things are going good.
yeah,
I don't know how long they've been married.
She said they actually have they're actually in a relationship right now. I mean, I guess if you're married to someone, you got to be in the relationship. I mean, not always, but anyway, yeah. So when they asked her what her reasoning behind it was, she was just saying that she had a.
She said the only way she would get married was if
like a random
crazy
spur of the moment. Yeah, just like random
about.
night in Vegas, but this time it was a random night on TikTok. So yeah, so if you guys would ever do something like that, just randomly get married on a fly, comment down below, let us know, and if you do, that's crazy. But you never know, they might grow to be the happiest family ever. It might be.
Well, they said they didn't want kids. They'll take dog kids.
Yeah, they wanted pets. They wanted pets.
Something.
Yep, pets.
But,
Pets are amazing, right? Dogs especially.
Listen.
Right, you love dogs.
Listen, that's a whole nother. You don't got enough time for that situation.
Taking another shot here in honor of myself. I don't know what it is.
What does yourself have to do with it?
It's on me.
Okay.
It's what it is. Cheers to nothing. Cheers. Anyway, so I want to tell a little story.
What kind of story you got?
I got a story about a time before me and you ever knew each other.
Okay.
This
where were you living?
Laurel, Delaware, same place.
Okay.
Same town.
Okay.
About 5 minutes up the road.
Okay.
Yeah, so my mom, she worked at Toys R Us. Right?
Did she?
Yes.
Huh.
And
that's a good story.
she worked at Toys R Us my whole life. That's been like the how do I say, the heart to our life, like Jeffrey the Giraffe. I've always known him.
Okay.
So she worked at Toys R Us when we lived in Philly, when we lived in Michigan. Oh, no, not Philly. She didn't work at Toys R Us.
She worked at the ice shop.
She worked at Rita's in Philly. But whatever, Toys R Us has been a strong thing in my life. And there was this girl that worked at Toys R Us with my mom.
Interesting.
And from time to time, this girl would give my mom rides home from work.
Okay.
Right? So And it just happened to be that the first time that this girl gave my mom a ride home from work,
Yeah.
it was my 21st birthday.
Say what?
Yeah, it was. So
It's been a long time
it was
ago.
a long time ago, but so whatever. I had to get something out the back seat of the car because my mom had extra bags or something, and I tried to be nice and I tried to say hi to the girl.
That's not the right story.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not,
Yes,
because
it
you
is.
weren't home.
Yes, it was.
You weren't home on your 21st.
Yes, I was.
No, you weren't.
Then when was this?
It was like
random
a
night?
week later, yeah. Because you weren't home on your 21st birthday. That's what started the rides home.
Okay. Anyway, rewind a couple seconds
He
ago.
don't even know his own story.
So
Here we
anyway, it wasn't on my 21st birthday. That's when you first started giving my mom rides home. Yes.
go. Yes.
But then it was like the next time where I tried to say hi to her and she ignored me. And I said it. I know I said it loud enough to where she could hear me, but I think she was just being a.
I was tired and wanted to get home.
She was tired and wanted to get home. That's what it was.
But yes, I did ignore him. I don't know why.
The funny thing is, my mom told me not to talk to you.
So, well, first of all, okay. Me and his mom are good friends. Got along great at work. Yes, I started giving her rides home. I was going that way anyway. So,
Yeah, so it just worked out that she would give my mom rides home, and now she became my wife. It's weird how the story works. You know, she started coming around a lot. She added me on Facebook, and she was like,
I added you first?
She hopped into DMs, and I don't remember. I think you might. I think I might have. I don't know.
You were thirsty.
You think I was thirsty? You were playing basketball. 'Cause I'm the rebound. That's what she always used to tell me. She's like, "You're the rebound. You were the rebound." Like, because I guess she recently got out of a relationship, so I was the next guy in line. But, well, until you got this rebound and you went to like 5 state championships, I think. I don't know. But we kept it riding. You know, we're doing pretty good in life right now. We're married. We got two wonderful kids. We got a dog.
No.
We're not going to talk about that again. Forget about the dog. But yeah, so life's going pretty good right now. No.
Life's what you make it. Like,
Living
you
the
can't
dream.
dwell on the little things.
No, you can't. 'Cause you never know what the next moment's going to bring.
Yeah.
No,
You gotta.
Life is not promised to anybody. Doesn't matter your age, your sex, your race, whatever you identify as. It doesn't matter any of that. But I do want to talk about. I heard some news recently.
No,
I
I'm not
talked
pregnant.
about this on my first podcast, but the one I did by myself is Aaron Carter.
Oh yeah.
So
I
it
miss him.
finally you miss him.
Like, I grew up listening to him.
Yeah, but like nobody, like of course he's dead, so it's sad. Whatever, rest in peace. It's sad to see Aaron Carter and hear that name die because what we grew up with.
Yeah.
Do you know what song he dropped recently? Because he still does music, and that's the thing I try to tell people.
No.
What was the last song he did?
I don't know.
I Want Candy Part 8.
No.
That's what I'm saying though, like, because don't get me wrong, he's a good person, whatever, but
I am not
He
a
still
music
did music.
person.
yeah,
I
you're
know.
really not. But anyway, so apparently the autopsy finally came back. I think it's been about 6 months since it's happened. Yeah, but they said it was Xanax was in his system, and it was some big freaking word. It was like some huffing gas, like a chemical that it
I heard it was an
was
off-brand Xanax.
huffing.
It wasn't actually Xanax. It was like an off-brand.
Right. I don't know what the story is, but either way, like they're claiming it as an accidental death, which
Right.
I don't know how I take that, because for me, accidental, you know, you slip, you
Well-
fall in the bathtub, bump your head, which I don't know, but
So I've heard different stories
Yes.
about this as well.
I know you didn't just cut me off not to tell the story now. You got to say it.
I mean, so apparently a lot of people were like confused because somebody's saying like he was in the bathtub with his clothes on, but then there's a pile of clothes on the floor that look like, so you know, like when you take your pants down, like how they bunch up.
Yeah,
They were like that. Like he took his clothes off to get into
like
the
he was
tub.
taking a bath.
So, but then they're saying they found him with clothes on in the tub.
I don't know.
And then
that's
supposedly the maid or housekeeper, or I don't know exactly what she was, supposedly she pulled him out of the tub to try to give him CPR.
Right.
But the floor is dry as can be. How
Yeah,
do you pull somebody out of the tub
and there not be a drip of water? Well, hey, she's a maid, so maybe she was like cleaning as she was doing it. I don't know.
They were like, if you look at the photos that his mom physically posted that you can find anywhere, the water with
him dead in the water?
Not like of the scene, but not with him in the scene.
Oh, okay. So it's just yeah.
But without him in the tub, that water is like up there to like the brim. So like when he got in, most likely he splashed water out.
Yeah.
Like that's how overflowed the tub was. But there's no water on the floor again.
I wonder if the picture was taken after the crime scene was cleaned up. I don't know.
But then there's like
just doesn't sound right.
Other messes, like, cause I don't know, just the way the towels were laid out, the way.
So I didn't see none of those pictures, so I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys can Google these photos like anywhere. We're not gonna show them on here though.
Yeah, if they're kind of crazy. It looks like he took his clothes off and got in the bathtub. But I don't know.
But they found him with his clothes on.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. That situation's kind of crazy.
I feel like there's more unanswered questions than anything. You alright?
Huh?
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. Why?
Like, you seem out of it.
I'm good.
Hello?
Hello?
You're gonna like leave me?
Oh, I didn't know you had yours. Cheers.
Hi.
You've been slacking. Don't worry, I'm not gonna take 13 shots today. I'm only gonna do about 5. I think I already did 5.
No, you're at 3.
At 3. That was not 3, was it?
Yes, that was.
See, my counter's all messed up again. So, I think we could talk about some of our, I guess, fun vacations that we've been on. If you had to choose between the vacations that we've been on together,
Okay.
which one do you think is, to you, your favorite?
Okay, there's different. Each one were special in their own way, so help me narrow this down.
I can't. I don't know what you're...
So, like, our honeymoon, I feel it was the most relaxed togetherness, like, because, you know, everyday life, like, we're always busy between work, the kids, like,
yeah, but
even on your days off, we're always doing something, and...
But I feel like we've done so much more than our honeymoon, man.
But
like, the honeymoon was... So that was our first...
Honeymoon,
that was our first together, like, away vacation, just us.
Yes.
So, I don't know, like, I mean, if that's
and we
what
didn't
you
have
feel,
to, like, drive anywhere. We didn't have to...
Right, everything was right there on the resort, I guess you would call it.
When we did the cruise...
What was that called? That was called Cove Haven.
Cove Haven.
Yeah, if you guys ever get a chance, make sure you go there, Cove Haven. It's a great experience for newlyweds.
Just couples in general.
Yeah, because it's not just... Yeah, if you just want to go there, we can go there whenever.
Can we go tomorrow?
I gotta go to work tomorrow. Yeah, that was a pretty fun place.
Boss man.
Boss man.
He needs off.
But that was a pretty good place. So you thought that was it? That's the best one?
I mean, only other one we really did with me and you was what, the cruise?
Dude, we've done plenty of vacations.
Just
Where
you and
have you been?
Okay, then you tell me.
The cruise.
Okay.
Mexico.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like the cruise in Mexico and stuff like that,
it's not the same.
Family based.
Yes, I know, but we still did what we wanted to. We still...
Yes, but everywhere you turned, we found our family.
Yeah, but that's...
So I couldn't, like,
kind of just how we base our vacations though anyway. Oh, our family's going, so we're going. Like, we all go together and make it a big ordeal.
Yes.
But I like Mexico. Mexico was the most fun for me. The resort, it was nice. It was 2 resorts pretty much connected. There was one side that was for families, and they did have one side...
Which is where we stayed.
Yeah, but we were able to go over to the other side that they had for, it was just adults only. Yeah, so there was like nightclubs, just more adult based over on that side. So we were, at nighttime, we were able to go. We didn't bring our kids with us, so it's always a plus when you're just trying to get out there and have a good time with your significant other.
And stay young.
But, and when we were in Mexico, I kind of chickened out. All my life, I always wanted to do jet skis. Yeah. I thought they were cool, and they are cool, but... We had an opportunity to do them in Mexico. We were on the beach, and there was like a vendor on the beach, whatever. He had jet skis. Stephanie and her niece, cousin. Stephanie and her cousin ended up going out on them. I could have, but I chickened out. The water to me the water looked too rough, and it actually was, because wasn't there like a hurricane?
Hurricane, that was...
There was some hurricane. It wasn't
brewing.
at that water. I don't know what that water was called, but it was, you know,
it was brewing out in the distance.
Yeah, the
and-
side effects. So the waters were real choppy, and she went out there. She'll tell you it was kind of rough. There's actually a video. If you go to hashtag #DadFund, you can look that up and see it on there.
Are you gonna link it?
We'll post a link below so you guys could go see our Mexico vacation. We didn't turn into Mexicans. But so for me the craziest one we've been on, I think, was when we went to
the cruise.
The cruise. There's a lot of crazy things happened on that cruise. I'm going to talk about the one incident that had me terrified, and I thought somebody was going to lose a life. She says it's not her fault. She says it's not.
What did I do?
But I think it partially is. So there was a time where the whole family went scuba diving. Right?
Wow.
No, right. Listen, are you listening? It was a family. The whole family was scuba diving with stingrays, mind you. And, you know, the stingrays, they kind of disrespected me in my life when they took out my boy Steve.
Oh.
Steve Irwin. When they took him out, that dude's an alligator, crocodile hunter, but he got killed by a stingray. R.I.P. We all had to take turns individually taking pictures with the stingray, which was cool. I was kind of scared, I'm not going to lie, but I held that thing, you know, as strong as I am, and he didn't sting me. It came time for a family picture, and my wife and her sister were in front. So they made them two hold the stingray. And when I tell you, I thought somebody was going to die that day. I thought somebody was going to die because somebody started screaming.
My sister, so we're in the water, sandy bottom, everything else. She lost her footing. So I'm holding this side of the stingray.
The guy?
She's holding this side of the stingray. She lost her footing and doo-doo-doo.
She dropped the stingray, and what did the stingray do? He freaking started swimming around like crazy. The instructor was yelling at him like the stingray's not going to listen to you, but he ended up getting him back.
Yeah, you go.
But that situation was very crazy.
It was not my fault.
I don't know. But then you said it looked you in your eyes too, then you dropped it. Or was that after she already teetered it?
Yeah, that was after she.
And he looked at you, was like, "Oh, you gonna let her drop me like that?" He was about to sting you.
I got you a question.
You got me a question.
Yeah.
You got a question for me.
Yeah.
Which one is it? What is it?
What is your biggest pet peeve?
I think one of my biggest pet peeves is when people smack the lips when they eat. Like, I hate that. Like, if our child does it, and there's so many times I want to friggin' just look over and smack him because he's smacking his lips. It's the most like obnoxious sound. Like, we're not animals, so I don't know. That's mine.
He's got big lips though.
I know, but that's what makes it harder sometimes. But it's like every single bite is like he's making out with a spoon. But what's your biggest pet peeve in life?
I guess just people not like cleaning up after themselves.
That's my hair. Like, that's the hair that's connected to my head.
It look loose.
I guess
in
that's like
restaurants-
to be honest. Well, so in general, then.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like at restaurants, like you can clean up a little.
Well, yeah, I know when we go out, like when we're done eating, or as we eat, we're eating and we're getting rid of utensils or plates. Like, we always try to stack them up neatly. That way, when a server comes by, she or he could just grab them.
Yeah.
And that's just a part of the way we were raised. Like, you know, I
was always taught you leave your area better than what you found it.
Yeah, or, you know, just like treat people how you want to be treated. If you were on her end, you know, it would be nice to have someone that kind of just organizes a little bit better. And like, we see it, like a lot of them do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like, the other day when we went to wherever we went, I'm not gonna disclose that information, but we were doing that. We were putting our empty cups there. We were putting our plates there, but she didn't take them.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I don't like, is when they leave them sit.
Right. And she came back a couple times.
Yeah, and they come back and they see them there, but it's just
she didn't have her hands full.
Then you would think, like, when they get, like, for instance, that she got me a refill of a Sprite, gave me the refill, but left the old cup on the table still. And it is what it is, but I don't know. So I had a crazy time when I went to Texas. That's the one. You didn't go on that one because it was a bachelor weekend.
Listen, we're gonna talk about this.
So Our first night in Texas, we went out to a bar because that's what you do when you're in Texas. It was on, I believe it's Sixth Street. I think that's what it was called. We're in a bar, and this bar has like an open door setting, like it's like a big opening, like
Cowboy Coast.
Yeah, kind of something like that. And so people are just outside chilling. There's people walking back and forth, and I just happened to glance over one time, and I'm not kidding when I say this. A man walked by the front door, like he was on the sidewalk walking by, with a rooster on his like shoulder, like it was his pet.
Say what?
He had a rooster on his shoulder, like it was his pet, and he was just walking it down the street. Isn't that weird?
Huh?
A rooster.
Yeah.
You know the rooster? That rooster was on the man's shoulder. Oh,
Why?
I don't know. I was too drunk. I thought maybe I was seeing things.
Yeah, were
But
you?
no, because I saw some other shit that I didn't want to see. I think this was the same night. Don't quote me. We did a lot of crazy shit that night, that weekend. But I look same situation. I'm having a good time, just grooving, hanging out. I'm grooving. What am I, like 90? I look out the door. I see a man's ass.
Excuse you?
Yeah, so he was pissing on the side of the road. It's just a weird thing to see because I don't know. I've never seen that before in my life. And I've lived in Detroit, Michigan. I've seen some crazy, but nothing that crazy. Very interesting.
I don't think I'm letting you go.
Go away with the boys anymore?
Yeah.
I think you should.
Why?
It was a great time.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Who do you think wakes up prettier?
Out of who?
Me and you!
So who do I think wakes up prettier out of us two?
Yes.
Me.
Why?
I don't know actually. I don't. So here's the thing. I only see you wake up on the week or the days when I'm off. So.
And what do I look like
So
then?
you don't get to see what I look like when I wake up. So how can we really justify this?
I'm asking you, well, because you get up, like, I guess you would know more.
No, I get up. I get up looking rough. My
I don't
long hair
think
is
you
all
do.
over the place. My beard is
I feel
all.
like I look rough than you do.
I think you look more rough than I do.
Yes.
Do you? We should take pictures.
No, we shouldn't. I feel like I sleep rough.
Well, that's the difference. Yeah, you sleep rougher. I mean, but sometimes it's the person that gets good sleep that looks like they just went through war. Hey, what do you want me to say?
Babe, you always be glistening.
You are. You do. Just not when you wake up. You don't have time. You gotta wash off all your sins. So, do you got any more questions for me that you could think of?
What was your last first?
My last first?
Yeah.
My last first what?
Anything. Exactly, what was it?
You were my last first wife.
Oh, was I?
Yes.
Like the last
Because
thing.
you can only be my first wife once. What is yours? Your last thing. Lastly.
I don't know. I guess when we went swimming with the stingrays.
That was your last first? Or, yeah, your last first thing you did that you haven't done?
I feel like everything else, like, I've, like...
Accomplished or done?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm sure you heard her mention it earlier. When we went to Texas, that was my first time flying. Mind you, I was, 28, 29? Yeah, so when I went to Texas, that was my first time flying ever.
Well, then that would be your
as
thing.
20, I was whatever. I'm a grown man pretty much, but I've never had the opportunity to fly. My mom never even drove a car. To this day, she doesn't drive. You know,
And
so
she's
I'm
still terrified to fly.
yeah. So it was a pretty what's that word I'm looking for?
Intense.
I wouldn't even call it intense. I was actually more calm than what I thought I would have been. But we drank a lot before we got on too. But yeah, but I'm doing a lot of first with my wife. So she's.
So am I a good influence or a bad influence?
She's introducing me to a lot of new things. Like I never traveled as much as I did until I met her. But also never had a good job, a good paying job to.
You don't always
so I
need
can
that.
be able to pay for certain things like that. So it started with the cruise ship. I was always terrified of water. It's not the fact that I can't swim the best, because I found out recently I can swim pretty decently, actually. It's just the fact of not knowing what's at the bottom of the ocean. I always get afraid, a shark, a freaking whale might come up and bite my butthole.
Oh.
All that good stuff. But
He might lick it first.
he might actually. We might become best friends. I might have a new whale family. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I was terrified of that. She got me on the boat. Now there was a couple nights on the cruise ship where
It was rocky.
the water was a little rough and you could feel the boat kind of swaying a little bit in and out, get a little seasick, but I made it. I made it out okay. What else did you? What else was my first with you? Flying? No, I flew by myself
with
actually.
My nephews.
With
Our
your
nephews.
But we've been
Is
to
this a PG channel?
No.
No.
Why?
Was I your first?
Huh? No.
No, I thought I was.
No, don't be starting stuff. No.
You always said I was.
No, I did not. I
Yes,
never.
you did.
No, I did not. I never said that to you, bro.
Yes, you did.
You might have said it to me. Like I was your first for that. I told you I've done it before.
No, you have not.
Yes, I did. Don't lie to me.
No.
You're lying. Don't lie.
You was starting to lie.
Huh.
So who was your first?
You don't need to know.
Yes, I do.
It was that girl,
Which one?
the old lady.
You.
Now, do you want to know the story or not? Now that you're bringing it up.
I mean, yeah, we just might have to cut it out.
So when we did it, I'm gonna tell you guys now. Whenever you do that word that she said, make sure the person, make sure their stomach is feeling okay. Okay. Because
Mine always does.
things can get a little messy down there. So
I think I want to hear this.
while it was happening, I thought it was getting wet,
Okay.
and that area does not do that.
Right.
So I thought something good was happening.
Think you're a magician?
No, I thought I thought it was normal. I'm like, okay, man, the butt's getting wet. That's weird.
That doesn't happen. Okay.
But yeah. So when I pulled it out, there was stuff on it. You wanted the story. There's the story.
Are you sticking to it?
I was sticking to it.
Ew.
Ew! Don't hit me.
So was that your first with anything?
So you were my first outside thing.
Where did we do it outside?
Applebee's parking lot.
Oh yeah.
That you're my first that. You got anything new in life going on? Anything interesting?
Doctors suck.
Doctors.
I haven't been to a couple doctors in a couple years, and I'm starting to get back into it, and it's like, oh, well, you're a new patient, so come talk to me for 5 minutes, and I'm going to charge you $200.
So you basically got
But
to
then-
redo the whole process.
But then come back in a month after you get your blood work done, and we'll talk about that.
So you have to go through the whole process over again.
Yes.
And you don't like that.
No.
I don't like it either. You know what I do?
Don't go.
Yeah.
But I have something wrong with me that I need to get.
Yeah, you have to go. Well, then you shouldn't have stopped for those 2 years then. That's.
Well, I didn't want to pay the blood work bills.
Well, now you gotta pay them anyway.
I know.
So that's the only problem. That's the only thing that sucks about it.
But
Is you still get stuck with paying it.
you guys have any questions for us? Any topics you want us to go over? Any point in our life you want us to talk about?
Yeah, if you guys ever have any questions, things you would like to know, things you would like answered,
Do you guys like me here?
you can comment down below. Let us know. Yeah, do you like my guest, Mrs. Spots, the only Mrs. Spots in town?
In town?
You are.
What other towns you be in? You said in town.
Yeah.
You got other Mrs. Spots in other towns?
Maybe.
I think you should get back into rapping.
I should get back into rapping.
Yeah. Writing songs,
I
rapping.
think so. I just have to find time. Time is hard to find these days.
I feel like
It's
you
really,
have a bunch of stuff done.
It's really
You
time
just gotta
consuming.
finish it.
Yeah, I do. I have
You
a lot
gotta
of.
polish it.
I have a lot of songs that I have done. They're just not released yet. That's the only problem. I have to work on getting them released.
Did you
And
guys even know he rapped?
I don't think they did. Yeah, I don't know if you guys
They
know
don't
that.
know anything about you.
Well, because I'm really trying to keep all that stuff separate. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I'm trying to let
okay.
Shots with Spots be its own thing. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily. Like, I don't want to start rapping on here now and then it's becoming a rapping channel.
No.
Feel me? But yeah, so I do rap from time to time. I go by the name Robbie Rob. You can look me up on YouTube. You can look me up on YouTube. Here, actually, hit the search bar up there and type in Robbie Rob 215, and I should pop up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'll be there rapping. I got music on
Well,
iTunes,
you can put the link down there. too.
Spotify, and all those other places out there in the world. So make sure you go check that out. You know what I'm saying? Robbie Rob.
I'm proud of you. I'm sorry. I would blast you everywhere with everything you do.
You do?
I would.
I never hear it in your car.
I don't know how to work that stuff. Listen,
okay.
I still use CDs.
CDs what?
Not CDs nuts. No.
That's funny. I know.
Like a CD. Like I
You still got the cassette tapes?
No, because my thing doesn't have that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I mean, I have a player.
Right, like the little ones.
Listen, y'all. I am not technology funded.
Savvy. We'll get you there one day. One day you're gonna run the world with technology. Think we had enough for today?
Did we ever?
Yeah, I think we're gonna call it a day today.
Are we?
Yeah, we gotta.
You want to go take a nap before you get the kids?
Maybe you might be right.
Maybe.
Well, we got some things we gotta take care of today. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of Shots with Spots. Like she said, if there's ever any questions you guys want to ask us, write them in the comments on one of our videos, and we will be glad to answer your questions. But yeah, that's all we got for today. We're gonna take one more shot.
You ain't got nothing.
I'm a poet up. Remember a poet?
He's fake.
I'm not fake. A little bit more. Razzle dazzle. Cheers. We're gonna close it out for the day. Thank you guys for tuning in to Shots with Spots, and we will see you next time. Boom.
We love you.